Starting temperature 30.5 degrees, 30.5. And the starting mileage is 48671. 48671. Hey YouTube, it's gentlemansnine. Guess who's back? I done got my Berkey back. Picked it up last Saturday. And if you guys didn't know, they were replacing parts within the CVT. The CVT was fine, but I've got 48,600 some odd miles, and statistically speaking, the belt might break and some other parts might fail. So I proactively went ahead and bought all the parts that are known to fail and had the dealer replace them all. I was gonna do them myself with the help of another friend, but he didn't have time. So I took it to the dealer. The dealer quoted me, and it took them longer than they originally estimated, which I guess I would have known, but they held to their original estimate, which is pretty cool, because the dealer I used to go to wouldn't have. They would have charged me the full amount of all the time they used. But these guys are pretty good. A little slow, but then again, they're not really a high volume dealer. So anyways, this is my first polar bear run of the year. I've missed 9 or 10 days or something already. And a lot of drama's happened. I guess I won't go into it. But on a completely unrelated yet related note, in regards to the new rules, or the suggestion of new rules, I was my last ride last year was like 400 some odd miles, and I can totally see why some people would question that ride, because you know, I could have started out, I don't even remember what the temperature was, like 20 some odd degrees. I start out in the morning, I did this whole run, I go 400 miles, who knows, it could have hit it up to like 40, 50 degrees, who knows, you don't really know. Plus, you know, in theory I could have faked that video and whatnot. I didn't, but you know, I could have. Let me just reiterate there, I did not fake that video. That was a legit run. It took me a long honking time to do it though. I left in the morning-ish, and I didn't get home until dark. And so that was the one run last year that I had heated toe warmers, those little bags of whatever you call it. You shake them up and they warm up. I actually had those in my my boots to keep my toes warm. And you could tell pretty much instantly when they stopped working, because my toes damn near froze to death. Same thing with my gloves. I have battery heated gloves. Those batteries died. I think it was like the 3rd or 4th set I had put in. I rotated throughout the day. But anyways, I could totally see why somebody would want me to say where I started from, where I went to, etc., because that's a lot of miles. And I could totally see why somebody would want me to record the temps throughout the ride. I'm fine either way. I just need to know beforehand if that's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, enough about that topic. Has that been 3 minutes? Have you guys ever excuse me, had a conversation with somebody, and so let's go like this. Let's say somebody who works really hard at their job, they were hoping to get this promotion, they busted their butt, did all this hard work, and ended up not getting the job. And then you probably hear the drama of things like, you know, hey, I bust my ass, my boss didn't recognize what I did, I didn't get promoted, this other guy got promoted, this place sucks, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm sure you've all heard or been in that situation. So you're either the giver, if you can be willing to admit it, or the receiver of that kind of conversation. So if you think about what's happening, that conversation one person is acting as the victim and they're trying to get sympathy. Everybody does this, so don't think that it's wrong to do that. Everybody does it. But there are parts of that story that you are not aware of. Like, what does that person's boss think? Why did they promote the other person? I highly doubt. Statistically speaking, there's probably bosses that hate certain employees, so therefore would never promote them. But there are cases where a boss promotes somebody specifically because of something they can do, their skill set, their even more dedication, whatever. So imagine that conversation that I just made up. Now imagine if you had the facts. Let's say the facts were this was a promotion to a manager type job, but you were supposed to manage what's that guy doing? You were supposed to manage a set of people like other managers, not necessarily people who are actually doing the work, but managers who manage others. Well, now let's go back to that victim person that was saying that he didn't get promoted. Well, guess what? That person wasn't a manager to begin with, so they don't really have experience, A, being a manager, or B, managing people that are managers. Does that kind of change the whole conversation? But you'll never hear that. So I'm not saying that it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong. Really all I'm saying is, when you have a conversation with somebody where they are wanting your empathy, your sympathies, obviously you're probably their friend, so you need to listen to what they say and sympathize. But at the same time, keep in the back of your mind that maybe you're not getting the full story. I hear this every day, and it drives me nuts. I try to keep neutral in the whole situation, and I try to suggest potential reasons why someone didn't get promoted, or some other thing that they might have been missing in the conversation, and whatever. But I try to do it in a very nice, politically correct and innocent way, just really trying to extend conversation. And at some point, if you do it right, the person will most likely calm down. They'll still feel like they've been cheated or lied to, whatever, but the alternative is, you can always suggest, hey, you're right, maybe you should get another job, blah, 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 Anyways, I'm not trying to provide answers here, just saying you should be aware of situations like that. Alright, well, that's definitely 3 minutes now, so I guess I will talk to you guys later. And oh yeah, I'm heading to work, so it's a really good chance this will end up being like 39 to 41 miles, depending on which way I go. Ta-da! Bye-bye. Ending mileage 48710, 48710.